Lano will go ahead and get the clip.
So
yes, we will get the clip.
One
Cooley,
thing,
go ahead. We'll get that clip ready for you.
You bringing up clips that doesn't give any context. The man is here in the flesh speaking to you. That clip that you took was out of context. If you just watched the full episode and go 2 more minutes past it, you would have got the full context, but it's clipped up. So a clip doesn't do anything. I'm here. I'll give you the answer. You feel what I'm saying? So when you're asking a question, are single moms recreational use only? Many women are recreational use only, right? That's what we say.
What?
In regards to, we're talking about what? Oh, you're a female right now. Okay, you cut me off. You want to say something? Go ahead. I'll let you speak. Or are you going to let me get it out?
Go ahead. You got it, Cooley. You got it.
Okay, got you. So, under the context of recreational use only, this is when guys send in super chats on my podcast and they're asking certain questions, right? And the women on the podcast is even asking certain questions because they're dating and having sex outside of a relationship and they're being promiscuous. So in regards to single moms being recreational use only, let's just peel the layer back. It means that, well, how did this, let me say it this way, preface it with, when we look at recreational use only, and we're looking at single moms or women with tattoos or strippers or OnlyFans girls, when you peel back that layer, it's like, okay, it's the assumption of that she was promiscuous. A woman that had a baby by a man, if she's a single mother, a lot of people would assume that, okay, maybe she just got knocked up and had a one-night stand. Like in the man's mind, he's assuming that she's been promiscuous, just like a woman that has OnlyFans, stripper pole, or stuff like that. So that's what we mean by recreational use only. Let me just make that make sense. Now, when I'm speaking about when that woman on a podcast, has kids, but she wants a man with no kids, right? I'm letting her know that, well, most of the guys that you meet, like you want this upper echelon type of guy, he's not going to take you seriously. He's really only going to use you for recreational use only if he doesn't have any kids and he's that guy. Like the probability is much higher than him just having sex with you, selling you a dream, having sex with you, and then dismissing you. The probability would decrease if that man has kids because, okay, it's a mixed family there. We can mix something together. The probability increases even higher if he has full custody of his kid. Then the dynamic always gets much different. But in regards to single moms, recreational use only, it's under the context that the woman is promiscuous. So it means like, don't wife up a chick that's out here being promiscuous and being knocked up by random men. Just like don't wife up a chick that's out here has an OnlyFans on a stripper pole and so forth and so forth. So that's what recreational use only means.
Okay. I hear the brother backpedaling and sidestepping, and he giving more context now because he got caught up in this bind. So now he's trying to explain his way out of it as best he can. He said, "Oh no, if you're a single mom, if you're a single mom because of a good decision you made, you ain't promiscuous. I don't know what if she like divorced. Is that what he said? He like my lady was divorced. She wasn't out here in the streets giving kids to random men." Those the kind of women I'm talking about, not women that had kids responsibly.
We talk about this, is there a difference? Yes, there is a difference, but let's get down to it. There's podcasts over here, no shade, you know what I'm saying? We don't believe in beefing over this way, but there are podcasters that like those aha moments. So if you delivering this hardcore red pill message that's on the verge of red pill rage, you don't have the room to backpedal. You can't come across so hardcore and as a matter of fact and be looking to get aha moments with these women, and then when you found out to be operating in a more hypocritical way, now you want to soften it up. That's weak sauce. And he doing way too much talking, trying to explain. That was word salad. Yeah, I couldn't understand he say it. He didn't say nothing. This is sick. This is bad.
Well, first off, He's just trying to justify all the things he said, and he's not believable. That's the problem. He's not believable. He's the wrong messenger. I get the message. I get it. If it came from a single person doing their thing, but he's not a single person doing his thing. He has a woman that was a single mama. He done knocked her up 2 times. He's doing all the things that he preached against. So he's the wrong messenger for the whole thing. And then he's trying now to go back retroactively and justify all of that. You can't justify it. We don't believe you. You love the girl. I would have more respect for him if he just came out and said, I love this girl. I fell in love with her. We fell in love with each other. Blase, woo woo.
You keep saying that. Why you keep saying that? You will just want him to say he love her. What is that going to, how's that going to change it?
Because then he'd be telling the truth. But now we don't believe him. He would be telling the truth. That's the truth. The truth is that he loved that girl and they got a family going.
He do love her. He don't act like he don't love her, just ain't marrying her.
But he's still preaching the same message. He's not the messenger to be doing that. Just like me preaching virginity. Yeah, when you did it, people be looking at me like, are you nuts? How are you preaching anything to do with virginity and you ain't no virgin? That's what it comes across as. He comes across as a fake and a phony. I get it. He got to dig himself out of the hole, and he's good at debating. He's all of those things twice. He's good at that. And so he still has all the people that he has following him because he's a good debater. But we still know you for what you are. You don't have no clothes on, Emperor. You need to go back into the closet and get dressed. It is what it is. So he's doing his thing. Let him do his thing.
Well, I'm gonna pick it back up. We'll get you in here, Raquel.
Here has an OnlyFans on a stripper pole and so forth and so forth. So that's what recreational use only means.
Can somebody find a clip, please? Because that's not what happened.
It's a clip, and I said single moms recreational use only.
The female asked him what he.
Listen, it's go ahead. Check Slack. It's a Slack. We could play the clip
because the clip is what got everybody up in arms.
And we won't shorten it at all. We'll let it play.
No, I mean like that. It's a full episode.
No, I get it.
Yeah, and we get through that topic. We get through everything maybe in like 10 minutes.
Okay. So, we'll play we'll just play the part around that conversation.
Yeah.
And we got to take time to pull that up because that's what we get DMs and super chats about that specific thing. But I want to make sure on that part of the
hold on, watch out. Go ahead.
Okay.
On that part of the episode, or on that episode, you explain in the same detail you just did.
Yeah, on that part of the episode, I was speaking about it was women on a panel that they were speaking about, they stated, the values that they want in a man. Oh, 6 foot, 6 figures. They want this, top tier guy, we would say, right? And then they're like, well, I don't want him to have kids. I'm like, dang, like, okay, well, the probability of you meeting a man that has all of those things that's going to actually take you serious and, protect and provide for your 2 kids is extremely low. He'll most likely use you for recreational use only. So I'm giving the woman a reality, right? To say, hey, your standards are way too high right now. If you want to go for these guys, they're only going to look at you as a sex option, not a relationship option. That's what I mean by that. I'm not actually calling single moms recreational use only. I'm saying that those women that want these type of men, it's a high probability you're not going to get them, and they're only going to have sex with you and nothing
ladies,
else.
One way to spot a man not to be with, they're never consistent with what comes out of their mouth.
This guy said anything off of 30-second clip, not even a 30-second clip, 10-second clip.
She asked you what you, that was the question, what you did with a woman with children. That's the question she asked you. Let's play the clip so we don't have to debate about it.
And if you actually watch the full thing, but you still
and get it queued up. Take your time, get it queued up.
If you actually watch the full thing, she asked me that question because previously, before that question came up, we're speaking about single moms and them dating guys and stuff like that. I think it was a panel of like 3 single moms that I had on there. But she asked me that question and I gave her the reality. All these women know that I'm in a relationship, so she's not asking like me, like, oh, would you date a single mom? I'm in a relationship and I have a kid and my woman has a kid. We have children together. children together, and we came into the relationship with children. So
How many
my
did you have?
own anecdotal experience.
How many did you have?
One.
How many did you have?
When we met, 2.
Oh, okay.
Yep. How about you? You dated the woman that has kids too, right?
Yes.
How many kids did you have when you met her?
I had one. She had one.
Yeah. Well, okay. Cool.
Yeah. We built a multi-million-dollar empire together too. Hey, baby.
Now, guys, keep sending in those super chats, guys.
So
like I said, anything you send in is going to be highlighted on the platform. But
So, here we are. These guys are like birds of a feather, all right? But they disagree, I guess, with a lot of stuff. But Cooley's whole thing is the more he get to talking, he's trying to build himself up to be 20 feet tall. So he like, you ninjas, when y'all date them baby mamas, and like he said, I'm the exception. I was already a full-time dad. My woman is the exception. She ain't like the rest of you baby mamas. So that's kind of like the hill he on right now.
See, that's his problem. His problem is that he keeps saying that he's the exception. No, he's not the exception. There's many more men who get involved with single baby mamas.
There are no exceptions. There are no exceptions.
No, he ain't no exceptional man. He's just like every other.
Well, hold on. That's what he's trying to say, though. HQ. He's trying.
Yeah, I know that's his problem. He seemed.
Well,
that's why
listen,
he's saying why you just don't say I love the girl and get it over with.
He's telling them I'm the man that y'all are describing. I'm 6'4". I'm the 100K. I'm dealing with the baby mama. So that's what his thing is. He like, I'm the exception to the rule. He ain't talking about just average men dating average women.
So then the average men should look at that and say,
he talking about the man that they describe. He's him. He's saying y'all don't qualify for me.
No, what he should say is, I'm a 6'4", yada yada yada, and I fell for a baby mama. So you probably gonna fall for a baby mama too. So you ain't special, and neither am I. That's what he should say. But that's not what he's going to say. See, that's not what he's going to say. He should have just said, I fell in love with her. I fell in love with a single mom, and it is what it is.
Let me get Raquel in here. Let's get Raquel here.
Cooley is so lame to me. Like it's like, just acknowledge what the problem is. The problem is you contradicted your message. And I have yet to just hear you say that. That's why this is getting dragged out through. This is why, like, I love O'Shea is so funny. He's like, you're making my Christmas that much better because you just refuse to acknowledge or take some accountability in the fact that your actions don't match your words. And so both of these guys to me are chumps. Shout out to them for being able to make money off of people and not being authentic with their message. That could never be me. I would never want to, feel like, I just have to do things authentically. And I can't get up here every day and just say things out the side of my neck because it could get me more followers or help me make some extra money. Like, that's not cool, man, because these kids, like younger people, are impressionable and they look at the things that you do and you say, and then they see these like Instagram photos that are just like glossy magazine pictures. And they think that's real, and it's not real. So this is dangerous. It's not dangerous for me or dangerous for my husband, but think about like the little 15-year-old that's like struggling in 9th grade that is listening to a Cooley, and is hanging on his every word. That is dangerous. And yeah, he's a clown all day, both of them.
They refuse to tell the truth. They want to make it seem like they're exceptions, and they're not.
Right.
The brother Yada, he got with his wife when he had a kid. Why? Because he wanted a woman of a certain appearance and caliber. And as a man, that Y chromosome, he knew he can only get a woman with that physical appearance and those attributes if she already had a child, such as a Boyce Watkins. Brother Cooley, he tall, light skin, who gives a crap? He ain't got the juice. So the only way he was gonna get a big booty Caucasian sister was if she already had a kid. That's how it works. They made a logical decision to get what they desired. Plain and simple. Ain't got nothing to do with being an exception. I saw something. No, you took your best option.
But of course, anything over $20 would be read live on there.
Now, I mean, as you can imagine, Cooley, that caught people by air. I mean, that caught the internet by storm. Because
people took it out of context. Yeah.
But do you think that, I mean, even with the context that you added, do you think that helped or hurt single moms?
Helped or hurt single moms? With the context that I added is giving women in general the reality. Like, okay, let's just speak about it, right? Let's extrapolate this out. A woman that strips on a stripper pole and she wants this type of top tier guy, right? She wants a man that's, up there, that's on all facets. He's doing better than most men. She's saying that in her mind, well, yeah, I can get this guy and he's going to give me a true relationship.
And envy says in $5.
Well,
as a
to give them
mother,
hold on.
But you getting it queued up. It's almost ready.
Almost ready.
Okay,
cool.
Go ahead.
She's assuming she's living in la la land and thinking she can get a relationship from this guy, but she got this baggage. And I'm just giving her the reality, like, listen, Ma, you may need to lower your standards, because if you're only going after these type of guys, there's a high probability that they're only going to sleep with you and not give you any type of true commitment. So that is good for women. It's good to give women a general perspective about things.
Guys, we got 4,000 people in the chat. Lana, you ready to play that thing?
Just pull it up. Even if you got to play the ad, just pull it up.
All the way up.
It's gonna be a little ratchet, but just pull it up. Pull it up so we can get to it. Just
as a single
spread it out
mother,
full
do
screen.
you believe in?
No, you can leave it right
believe
there.
You deserve
You can leave it right
a
there.
man in the top.
Go around to that mark that we talked about.
And if so, why would?
No.
Do you know? You guys know?
Recreational use only.
Wait, back up.
Especially if you're
No.
in your
Back
ages in
up.
your 30s.
Single moms are damaged goods.
Because if we're single mothers, we obviously, like, I don't know about, y'all, but we go through the ringer. Like, I don't want to get too involved in my.
Yeah, listen, I got you. Listen, single moms, to answer your question directly, like I said,
I don't think it's a bad thing.
recreational use only.
No.
Do you know? You guys know?
Are you serious?
Recreational use only. Especially if you up in your ages in your 30s. Recreational use only.
Do you mean like hit it and quit it?
Recreational use.
Recreational use only, meaning you won't use any for sex. That's it.
Is that single mother?
Recreational use.
Can we go around? I'm waiting patiently. I'm waiting so patiently.
My God.
Okay, time out. Let's reverse it real quick. To you.
All right.
What is broke guys good for?
Sex.
Recreational use only.
What?
Oh my!
A broke guy compared to a single mother?
What you talking about?
A single mom.
No.
That's false. That's no, you cannot. Because
Go ahead.
someone who's
speak.
broke. Okay.
I mean, that's pretty much it
If
right there,
you're
right?
broke
Like
as
the
a
context
male,
is there, because then now we start
you
moving
have the
into.
opportunity to level up. but
Pause
you're
that.
not
Pause that,
wanting
Lano.
to.
On more.
Oh, keep going. Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Well, no, where I actually say what I just said now, I don't know where it's at, but I think it's towards the end. Like I explained about the like if a man has kids or doesn't have kids,
not to cut everything off, but
you could. It's at the end.
I'm feeling real low on my energy. This fast is starting to get to me.
Okay, I got you. We're gonna wrap it up really soon. This is the last topic of the night, so we are gonna wrap it up
clips
pretty
of
soon.
me, man. I want to play a clip of him. I got one for you.
Which one? Which one is that?
The one I sent to you.
I don't
Remember,
know.
I texted you.
Oh, here we are. They keep playing that clip. Like I said, it is what it is. This dude's he's a stepdad. I don't know. Where does he go from here? That's the question.
That's a good question, Mr. X. Cool. It's over. Cooley has gone past the point of no return. He done double, triple, and quadruple down on this position. And the brother would not address his hypocritical state. He's an exception. We talk about that. That's one that they say he ain't he don't consider himself a red pillar. Nevertheless, he done made this big. He got to lay in it. He up here doing all this explaining, talking about, no, you got to go 5 more minutes into the video. Very feminine. He backpedaling. He on the defense. This is not a good stance for a man to be on the defense like this. And like, no, you got to listen to that. No, because you got to go 10 minutes before and get the context. No, Ninja, you wrong. You said, he said, baby moms for recreational use. He didn't give that context of, if she was married and divorced or widowed. He said if you're a single mommy recreational use, especially if you up in age, that was the context. And now he got to stand on that, and he can't.
If he see, you have to understand, he's the same as the Donovan Sharp. If you don't know who Donovan Sharp is, look him up. Donovan Sharp, same talking points as Cooley, same everything is Cooley. Come to find out, Donovan Sharp had a whole white baby mama who had a single kid, and he was pretending like that kid was not hers. It was their niece. It was the niece. He was pretending like all of that, and then knocked her up. And then married the lady. He was telling his audience everything Cooley was saying. Everything Cooley did, Donovan did. And Donovan slowly lost his audience because he lost credibility. He married the single baby mama. She had a kid. He lied about her having a kid, the whole nine. Everything. So Donovan, so Cooley may not lose his stuff immediately, but sooner or later he's gonna lose credit. It's too many people saying credibility. And O'Shea is on it. O'Shea just gonna keep knocking him in the head every day, every week, every other day. He got a different video. So people are gonna start to listen to O'Shea Jackson because he is hypocritical. I get it. You wanted to make money. You did what made money. You started spouting all the talking points. I get it. But now it's time to let it go.
I would say there's two sides to every coin. So I would say he's pretty much exhausted himself on this side, red pill and all that. But he can, do a pivot, do a 180 and go be on the women's side of things and be like Derek Jackson and Ace Metaphors. He can always go and do that gambit. So what you got, Raquel? What's your take?
Cooley, you really got to have the come to Jesus moment, because if this was about one clip, like this isn't about one clip, like this was your message. This was your calling card to all of the young men to come to you. This was what you preach. So it's not about a clip. It doesn't matter the clip. It's the overall message that you kept sending out over the airways day after day after day after day. And these women were just, pawns into the message that you were sending that you weren't actually living. And, however you want to spin it, oh, she was married, or, oh, you didn't preface that in the beginning of your message. And that the reason why you didn't do that in the beginning of your message, because it wouldn't have been that effective. Just like this man, you have to pander all the way either to the right or all the way over to the left. And you guys are just at way over on the left, on polar opposite ends of the left. You telling the young men not to date single mothers, their recreational use, and this other panderer telling women that, oh, there's nothing wrong with you, that you have had children by other men, and men should just be lining up to be your stepfather. It is just, you guys are just, how do you sleep? Because I'd be like waking up with the shakes every 5 minutes, like somebody's chasing me, because the comments are like nonstop. Like, so yeah, bless them, because you got to be a real strong man and be in this kind of denial.